With the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series SX now out and the Switch still going strong, there are lots of new games on the horizon, including some we thought would be playing by now. We are starting to see big games trick out, and then there's plenty more expected as the year goes on, including the return of beloved franchise and plenty of fresh fare as well. Here's our current list of our most anticipated games of 2021. But stay tuned, we will be expanding this list and then updating regularly throughout the year as games release and new titles are announced. So the first one is Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Zero Dawn was one of the PlayStation 4's absolute best exclusive, a brilliantly compelling and utterly gorgeous adventure that just could not be matched on Xbox or elsewhere. It was also a serious showcase for the power of the PlayStation 4 Pro. Now it looks like Horizon Forbidden West will do much the same on PlayStation 5, exploring a brand new land full of robotic beasts with dazzling sights. These ones slated for the second half of 2021. And looks far enough along to actually make that target. And the second one is God of War Ragnarok. Speaking of brilliant PlayStation 4 exclusives, Sony's God of War reimagining was among the generation's best games, and now it's coming back in 2021 on PlayStation 5. While not officially confirmed to be called God of War Ragnarok just yet, the first teaser hints at the title and suggests that the Norse mythological event which led to the end of days will drive the latest brutally intense adventure. It's also unclear whether this one will also come to PlayStation 4, unlike Horizon, which has been confirmed for both. And the next one we have Halo Infinite. We should have been playing Halo Infinite already, and it was supposed to be the big Xbox Series XS launch game. Instead, the trailer that has been shown now could potentially use a fair bit more polish, and it wasn't long after blowback that Microsoft at 343 Industries decided to push the shooter sequel into 2021. Surprisingly, it's now slated for an autumn release, but the stakes are high here. Halo 5 was a letdown, and Halo Infinite is supposed to be the big boost the flagging series needs, so Microsoft cannot afford to rush it. We will wait and hopefully be rewarded with an Xbox Epic late in the year. And the next one is Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. It's been a long while since the last fully original Ratchet and Clank game, and while Rift Apart largely does not look too different from the usual series formula, the PlayStation 5 hardware unlocks some compelling new twists. Essentially, the system's upper speedy SSD storage enables the titular rifts, which let the heroic duo hop between worlds on the fly. Otherwise, this looks like another fun, cartoonish quest with dreamy visuals and amazingly entertaining weapons, and is due in June. And coming up next, we have Deathloop. Arkane's work on Dishonored and Prey made clear that they don't make typical shooters, and Deathloop is coming out to put an exclamation point on that statement. It looks to blend elements of those previous games, but with a whole new shtick. Deathloop takes place within a time loop that keeps repeating unless your assassin Lee can take out 8 targets, but there's also a rival assassin on the island looking to muck up your plan. You can even control her and hop into other random online players' games. To play spoiler, it has been delayed from its planned May launch, but we say take all the time you need to get it right. Coming up next, we have the Ghostwire Tokyo. Tango Gameworks, the Evil Within games, put a surreal spin on survival horror, but for its new trick, the studio aims to enter even wilder territory with a brand new action game. As the trailer shows, Ghostwire Tokyo has some trippy sides and first-person action with combat that one developer describes as karate meets magics. It was already promised as a PS5 timed console, exclusive before Microsoft bought publisher Bethesda, so it wasn't show up on Xbox until late 2022. At least PS5 and PC players can put this on their calendar for Halloween this year. And the next one, my favorite, is Far Cry 6. Breaking Bad's Giancarlo Esposito serves as an intimidating presence in every show or movie he appears in, and it looks like he will do just the same for Far Cry 6 as an authoritarian leader in a fictional Caribbean island nation. You will play as a freedom fighter attempting to take him down, and if the series history is an indication, we should see an exciting open world adventure full of unpredictable elements and beautiful sights. Ubisoft has this frustrating habit of showing potentially hot button topics in trailers and then never really having anything meaningful to say in the actual game, so we will see. And the next one we have Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade. No, it's not the next episode of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Instead, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is an expanded next generation upgrade, bringing the game officially to PlayStation 5. With a bevy of enhancement, better lighting, various other graphics improvement, speedy loading times, as well as fresh content. The new content sees the addition of fan favorite character Yuffie, who was not in the last year's first chunk of Remake, starring in a new episode in which he will infiltrate Shinra to steal some powerful material. Her combat looks frenzied and fun, and thankfully Intergrade will be a free upgrade to existing PS4 owners. Square Enix also announced a pair of Final Fantasy VII mobile game releasing this year, so basic remake fever is not showing down anything soon. And the next one is Kena Bridge of Spirits. Kena Bridge of Spirits was the first PlayStation 5 game shown that really made us say, wow! And it was planned as a launch title but slipped into 2021. That's fine, we have seen much larger titles from huge teams launch in a messy state, so this small startup studio should take their time. Hopefully not too long though. The gorgeous adventure game looks like a clear Zelda homage, with some Studio Ghibli influence in the mix and a lot of charm along the way. Will it play as good as it looks? Fingers crossed on that front. And the last one on our list is Sifu. Sifu was a very welcome surprising during Sony's State of Play stream in February, coming out of nowhere with some truly compelling looking hand-to-hand martial arts combat and a twist of course. While the scene here cannot help but recall the iconic hallway battle from Old Boy, the hero ultimately fails and pops back up a little older. Each death not only ages him but apparently wisens him up a bit too, making him a bit more capable in combat. It's like a riff on roguelike dungeon crawlers, except it's a badass kung fu revenge tale. Nice. Thank you for being with us till the end of the video. Make sure to subscribe in order to be updated for more amazing videos. So stay tuned and stay blessed.